basically on the flat. And we've got the NQ here. So we had an AMD chip deal with NVIDIA. They're selling, was it 60 billion to NVIDIA? So big jump there pre-market, up about, yeah, 20 points there for AMD. And what has got me interested here right now is, we talked about this quite a bit here, and I was just mentioning this to members in our Discord a minute ago, but yes, up 15, right? Russell up 13, YM, who cares? And the NQ up 45. This is a theme that bulls need to continue, right? And this is just one session here, and it's mostly off the back of AMD. But if we're going to get any sort of bull resolution to, I mean, we've been in this range for a long time, right? It's been a long time. Where it's been like 6 months here. I mean, you could argue that's been since like August, really, if you really want to like stretch it out. And then there's the ES as well. So if you're going to see any sort of bull move, and I don't mean like for a couple days, but I mean like an actual breakout. You're going to need technology to do that. And that's I mentioned this yesterday too, but this is something that we're really keying in on. And does it continue? Right, that's something we're going to watch for. What lends me to believe it might not be the case here is you still have some weakness in IGV, right? It's up $1. Microsoft's up $1 pre-market. Apple's up $1. Apple was strong yesterday. We called out that 270 level. I called that out on X yesterday, and as well as in our Discord in the morning. But you still have that kind of weakness. Meta's down. I want to see mags. Basically, what I'm trying to say is I want to see mags catch up here. Before we start, getting too excited. But it is something that we watch here. Right now, ES, a little minor reclaim of this 57 pivot here. We actually just got a NASDAQ long we're in the money on currently. And again, if you want to get in, again, it's literally $40. You could have made like 10 times that right now just from this trade. In our Discord, $40 for 1 month here. Try it out. That's till Friday. As well as if you want to catch the afternoon review for this, or recap everything every single day, check out Gamma Boy Trades. That is my second channel there. But anyway, nice pop here. And probably looking to take profit around 900 here. So we'll see if we can get up into that area. ES, big levels to watch. Again, 70 to 76. Those have been sticking points. Really all like for the last 9 days, probably longer than that. And right now, this is an area that the ES is going to have to clear to start working back up the level. So if we can get up into that area, then you can work back up to 88.95. Now, on the downside, it's pretty obvious, right? You just want to see a loss of 40, 49 again. If we do that, we will probably make a new low. And that doesn't mean that we have to go make a new low. It doesn't mean we have to break down, but it means we'll at least sweep that low. But they held on by the skin of their teeth yesterday. I said, don't be surprised if we rally, though. Why? Because that's what happens every time we sell off, and every time we rally, we just go the other way. But you could get I would be interested maybe in a short if we came back down here and then lost that. But the bigger picture here, this is the important thing. Today, not really much in the way of news. We have consumer confidence, stuff like that at 10. But what will be key to me is can bulls get back to, 6895 and clear that by 4 p.m. Wednesday. If we're above that, that's significant, and even if it's by 5 points, that significantly changes the structure going into NVIDIA earnings. And that's important, right? It's really important. Why? Because just like I said yesterday, the positive was that we were up here by the open. I said, it's good that the bulls got this higher low here. Why? Because yesterday we couldn't follow through on the sell-off, right? Because you had to sell 100 points just to get to support, right? And that matters going into a volatility event. Now, I think NVIDIA just be a big fat IV crush. Again, I just see 180 to 200 on that, but that does have implications, for the next day and so on and so forth. So, yeah, obviously improving that structure will help out. But anyway, that's all I got here for today. You guys can come in here. We're going to give about 10 minutes here before I step off. But yeah, 70 to 76 and then 88, 95. So still up there. Yeah, micro stink. Yeah, it's a 386 here. So it was, I know we had an LG1 at 400 earlier this week. That did weaken a little bit. Take a look at that. That's March. Yep, so it's starting to tick back up here. Gamma is actually positive, believe it or not. Believe it or not. So 390 and then back to 400 there. By the way, speaking of positive gamma, the Qs are starting in positive Gex Dex. It's not going to show that on here because it's the across all. But again, 600, there it is yet again. I believe actually that has not updated. I am sorry. That is not updated. Let me use the other one. Without the wheels there. But yeah, you'd want to see a 400 reclaim there. Yeah, it may be a bear flag. Are we not getting this here? Oh, there we go. Yeah, so you do have positive Gex Dex on QQQ, which is interesting because going into yesterday, Tuesday was like a big put wall on 600, just like it was yesterday, and it's starting to flip. So they did buy it. So there was some buyers. I did speculate that they monetized puts there. So, and again, 610 still, that's still the big level for bulls. Dave, it was interesting though. The NQ actually, speaking of trend lines here, yeah, sorry. You can see there's one that we broke out of on Friday, and that was looking pretty good. And now we're, if you go onto I know there's a lot of lines, but like if you go on the 4 hour, you can see it. It did clear that. It kind of, you can make a case it back tested. So it's trying to get back above now. And you're saying ES, Feb 17, Feb 17 to 20. I see what you're saying. So like right here. Yeah. You do have you do have higher lows here too, for what it's worth. Got this down here too. But right now, yeah, the buyers coming in a little bit here. So 63 is an important shelf. We should go up there and test 70 to 76, I would think, at this point. That should get NQ up to 900, 920, I would think. Take a look. I know 6850 is just above. I mean, this is just such a, it's great for day trade. I mean, like, the day trading's been spectacular here. Yeah, there's 6850. The day trading's been spectacular every day, but swinging for more than like a day or like an overnight hold is just like insane. 685 up there. So, all the same levels that we've seen every single day, right? Nothing new here. It's just over and over. That's, as we're talking about the GPIQs, I know you get some of you guys like that. It's working, right? It's been working very well. PM's weakening here, gold down, yeah, a little bit here. They had a big move yesterday. I know. Yeah, actually, here you go. Did we hit? I think we hit my number. That's why. Oh, maybe okay, so it overshot it. Never mind. Yeah. So silver, I still think it can get up to 95. I'm expecting that. I mean, 93 and then 99, 88 are your retrace levels there. But the reason I knew it was going to stall yesterday, They're really like all week long. It's $80 on SLV. So it's, if we clear that, then yeah, it'll go a lot higher. This is for tomorrow. Oops, and then this is for Friday. So it looks like 80 is kind of the big shelf there. If it somehow clears 80 though, it'll push up. ES here inching higher right now. Yay, so we're almost at a take profit here on NQ in the trading room. 60, yeah, this should go up and test 70 here. Not much in the way of data. We got a bunch of Fed morons out there. I think Dumbass was speaking, Waller, Cook, Dumbass 1, Dumbass 2, Barkin, Dumbass number 3. And then we got, yeah, Richmond manufacturing, wholesale inventories, consumer confidence at 10 o'clock. Is Collins speaking too? And we got State of the Union tonight as well, I believe. So. But yeah, that's really it for the way of news here. But yeah, those are the levels we're watching. Yeah, 70, 76, that's a big spot for the E-mini. And yeah, below 48, we're going to make a new low. So pretty simple, pretty easy there. Yeah, PPI on Friday. Yep. So, all right, guys, we'll take care here. Again, we'll see you guys in the trading room. Come join. It's $40. Absolutely just knocking it out of the park lately. We'll do the afternoon review at Gamma Boy Trades as per always. You guys take care. Have a good morning. Happy trading, and we'll see you guys all in the afternoon.